Welcome back, everyone, to the Link to the Past Randomizer 2021 main tournament. We have Game 3 of the Winners Bracket Series between Osse101 and Kappa. I am Artie Walsh. I will be your commentator, and joining me is my co-com Slumberjack. How you doing, Jack?
Hey, doing all right. Excited for this one. I just got done watching the previous one, as I'm sure most of you in chat just saw. Yeah, Game 3, very close between these two. They were neck and neck for a majority of that race, less than a screen transition for much of it. So excited to see where this one goes very shortly. They should be going in the next, 30 seconds or so. Oh, or right now.
Yeah, Uncle making the random decision to go attack Ganon, as he does.
Good choice. It's a good old Breath of the Wild speedrunning tactics. Go straight for Ganon. Seeing you here now in A Link to the Past.
Yeah, though, of course, I guess it's kind of like Breath of the Wild, where the Uncle just takes a random weapon and goes after Ganon.
All right, Uncle, what do you got for us today?
Good old Fire Rod's not bad.
Yeah, good old Fire Rod. Makes it nice and quick. You just scout for what the drops are. Oh, we got bombs. So there you go.
Alright, yeah, bomb drop is really nice early on, and that should hopefully drop for Osse within the first few enemies, because it does look like the guards are on that bomb prize pack.
Yeah.
Alright, and just a reminder, so this is Game 3, so the stakes in this race are the winner will be moving on to the top 64, to the main tournament brackets, and the loser will be dropping into their group's lower bracket to face for Rame in another series. So, you kind of want to win this race, because I'd rather have a week off of Rando than race for Rame for my tournament life to continue.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very nice reward for winning this one. Not only securing that spot, but just getting that one extra week just to either take off or brush up on some skills on the side, and or do commentary, whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. You'd rather just have your place secure than have to fight for another week.
I do see Osse picking up some extra bombs along the way. Nothing too crazy going on so far, though. I mean, this is your standard escape sequence. They already have all the bombs they need, so we don't have to worry about prize packs or explaining any of that stuff for you guys.
Yep, we're just going to see these runners walk to Zelda and then walk all the way back through the castle. Unless they get a mirror from Zelda's cell, which would be nice, but, what are the odds?
Fun fact with the mirror, a lot of people don't know, if you run out of either your magic or in the bomb start, if you run out of your bombs and you find the mirror in here, you can actually dump all your resources, mirror, and it'll actually do the same thing as if you had save and quit or died. It would give you back your 3 bombs, your 10 arrows, or whatever it is. But no mirror today, so.
Yeah, but I did not actually know that mechanic, so yeah, that's, I guess, useful information if you, escape goes poorly enough for you.
Yeah, it's a lot of ifs, get bomb start, do poorly with bombs, get mirror for bailout in Zelda cell, it's a lot. So don't rely on that fun fact too much.
Yeah, as I know, one of the regular Confidence Attorney Days class says the fastest strat is not dying.
Mm-hmm. Osse's still farming those bombs. Getting nice and healthy for that eventual Kakariko visit.
Yeah, I do kind of like Osse's strat, just filling up on those resources. You never know when you're gonna need bombs, so it's best to just have your inventory full. And farming doesn't really take that much time if you're, creative enough. Like we've seen Osse killing guards with pods. He's still got more than enough magic to get the key right in the back of escape here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's 2 fire rod shots left, so unless... they both have 2 fire rod shots left to get that rat, so as long as they don't whiff both of those, they should be fine. Damn, they both get a first shot. Good job, team. And I believe that was a small magic drop off of a rat. I didn't see if there was a full magic drop before that, but if it's a small magic drop, they technically also have bombs, I'm pretty sure. But not really relevant.
Yeah, that bomb is pretty deep in that prize pack. If that had been on, if we hadn't had bombs up there, I don't know that with the fire rod you would have been farming too hard for that bomb drop.
Both runners making pretty good time, out in just under 6 minutes for both of them. It's a good time to aim for. And some gloves. So I guess farming for bombs didn't matter at all because they would have gotten the gloves and could have gone back whenever they wanted, but...
Yeah, you still prefer to get the bomb drop and escape though, because otherwise you're just killing some time, having to cycle all the way back around.
Mm-hmm. Looks like our tier 2 tree pull for today is going to be some small magic, so we probably won't see that tree pull again later on. But it's nice. Get your fire rod back up and running. And that bottle in the Thieves' Hideout is going to smooth out our Kakariko routing a little bit, so we can, include Bottle Boy in there. Sick kid.
Yeah, I think we also got a bottle in the secret passage, because I can see that our tracker Febreze Ninja has Mark II bottles there, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to say no to that free fairy.
That is until we forget about it 30 minutes later and we try to death warp out of the front of Thieves Town or something like that. then we're going to say no to it, but that is yet to be determined.
I think that's not so much a no as much as it's an, oh man, why did I do that?
Pretty lucrative blindside out. Samaria, a lot of money for the vendor and a potential Zora in the future. And not really anything here in the well.
Yeah, we're pretty empty in Kakariko so far. Not much but that red cane, and that red cane is only going to be useful much later in the seed.
Hey, some mitts. That's good to find. And Aussie with the chicken swag strats, chucking the cuckoo through the door. That's bottle number 3. Sick kid, look at all of these bottles we brought you. Gives us 20 rupees.
Just 633 apiece. He's not really impressed.
Oh, let's see if Aussie's big play is going to pay off here. Nope.
Tragic. 10 seconds lost to not checking beforehand.
Game's over. Everyone go home. that determined the race right there. I mean, it could, but don't go home. Keep watching.
Or, put it on your phone. Just watch it outside. You don't have to stay home to watch this.
Kappa in the eastern area. Definitely a interesting call here. I'm wondering if he's just going to do Saha's hut or if he's going to go all the way into eastern. Hey, bottle number 4.
I kind of like early Saha. It doesn't take that much time to get back to Eastern if you do have to get back to that area. And yeah, I know it's 3 pretty quick items, but yeah, just not quite the payoff that Cap was probably hoping for.
Yeah, I definitely like doing it occasionally. I definitely remember during the qualifiers, Saha having something super important really early on. And like people didn't check it until the very end of the game because both like Eastern and Pod were pendants. So sometimes, given how quick it is and how like early accessible it is, yeah, makes sense just to check that out, even if you're not going to do all of Eastern.
Yeah, especially since this seed is shaping up to be maybe mid-century Dark World. Hey, there's our Moon Pearl. Yeah, you kind of want to get those 3 checks out of the way because maybe there's something in there that might make your route a little bit more efficient.
Do you see both of our runners heading over to Ice Rod Cave, just cleaning up all their checks, being very thorough. Saving this for when they get to... Oh, some impromptu fake flip ring. Okay. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, it makes sense. You have Zora money, Zora's in logic, and you have the Moon Pearl. So yeah, you can get all these flipper checks done pretty efficiently. Though isolating Ice Rock Cave is always a little bit scary, but yeah, that doesn't seem to matter too much today. Yeah, Kappa taking a few seconds to farm up some rupees for Zora. Yeah, I like the play.
What do we have on Lake Hylia? It is nothing as well. Ooh. Oh, hello. This is good out of logic checks.
Yeah, that was that was a pretty good cave. Pretty good cave, yeah. Yeah, you definitely want mirror before you dive into Dark World. That's going to make the route so much smoother.
Can we get another very nice thing from Zora? I mean, Zora's been on logic since we got the gloves, but no. I mean, bow and mirror, like this trip was well worth it either way. I like how Osse went to get the health recovery from the priest, but they're still at 3 hearts, so they don't start with any hearts missing yet.
Yeah, it makes sense. You're not expecting 50 minutes in to not have at least someone into 1 heart container. It's pretty weird to go into Dark World with just 3 hearts and green mail. All right, let's go. Inverted mode. We got this.
3 hearts, green mail. We've got 4 pots. Well, Kappa has 4 pots. We got fire on it. We're ready for Mothula right now. Let's do it. Or not. Osse's gonna go to Thief's Town. Or Village of Outcasts, rather.
Well, we are missing 1 key thing to get to Mothula, which is that sword.
Right. Yes, that would help. We'll get one right here. Just some sticks.
I mean, you can fashion those into a wooden sword, probably.
Let's see. Let's hit pendants at Skullwoods, Mire, and Turtle Rock. Then our 5 and 6 looked like they were at Swamp and Pod.
Well, as Osse walks through Thieves Town with his double beeps going, shout out to double beeps. Yeah, this is I'm sure chat's going to notice, this is the rare pendant configuration that allows you to enter GT swordless.
Wonderful. I missed what was in the first chest.
I didn't quite see that either. Yeah, it didn't look like it was too much. I noticed that nothing new was lit up on the tracker.
Yeah. Osse peacing out after those first 4 checks. Ooh, hello, Flute. Goodbye, beeps.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is a mercy heart right there.
Spare our ears. Everyone get your salutes in chat for the ducks. What a fine tune.
Yeah, highly preferable to the double beep anthem.
And with that, both runners' ducks have been unstuck. Some backwards jumping there from Osse as they continue their world tour of the Dark World.
Kappa continuing through in Thieves Town. This is a pretty surprising play.
Yeah,
Now, fun fact,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, it's not even a green pendant, so this is definitely a play to make.
Oh, huh, I thought, wasn't Meyer one of the pendants? Or did I just see the map completely wrong?
Maybe? Yeah, okay, yeah, the tracker is, mismarked. Okay. 'Cause I don't remember both Skullwoods and Thieves Town being pendants. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, here's our flippers, so I guess that bow and mirror are now in logic.
We do love dodging required mirrorless Smith turn-in. But yeah, this Thieves Town play, it is possible to kill blind with the red cane, so this may just be an efficiency play, like just get everything out of the way and, you know, Thieves Town Big Chest having progression in the form of flippers in the last race. Kappa may be thinking, well, what are the odds that blind can strike twice? So it's very unlikely that this is going to be a required cane kill on blind, but, you know, you're here, might as well just get everything out of the way while you're here. And yeah, just gotta hope that the Big Chest doesn't have anything.
Yeah, I can understand the play. From both runners' perspectives of what they're doing, because like for Aussie, like you got the mitts and the flute, like you can come back to Thieves Town like whenever you want, and Kappa, you know, just get everything out of the way while you're here. Sense on both runners' parts. I'm also not too worried about Kappa because, like, again, they have 4 bottles, and at least 2 of them are like red goo and blue goo. So
yeah, they'll definitely be able to get through this fight. It's just yeah. Yeah,
somehow, they somehow managed to avoid pulling any bees out of all their bottles and the waterfall fairy. So. Okay, what do you got for us? Nothing.
It's been so long since I've seen some Mario Blind, I forgot. This is just okay. He has a fairy. This is fine, but yeah, just a very long, protracted dance he's going through right here.
Yeah. There we go. I do like this play coming from Aussie. You know, you get the mitts, you got the flute. Figure out what Meyer is as soon as you can. It's a pendant, but hey, Bombos. Nothing on Desert Ledge. We're about to find out, do we need boots for desert? Yep.
Yeah, seem pretty required.
Maybe we'll find the boots right here. I don't think we actually can. I think this has to be the spawn key. Maybe we'll find the boots on the right side. And we can just do this all right now. Those were not the boots, so out we go. Now, did we see blacksmith chain out of Aussie, or did Aussie go right by it?
We did. That's where he found the flippers.
Okay. I knew the flippers were somewhere. Oh, that's right. Yep, now it's coming back to me. Because the flippers are right here. Yep. I remember Aussie getting him somewhere in like the southern Dark World routing, but I couldn't remember exactly where.
Alright, so Kappa just continuing on checks that Aussie already did, and Aussie venturing up to Death Mountain, going out of logic for this old man rescue.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any visual cues either. Oh, there's a visual cue. Now we know where we are. Looks like he already picked up the old man. Is heading back now. Hopefully we find either the hammer or the hook shot up here, because otherwise we're kind of limited in what we can do up here. We'll be able to do the left side of Death Mountain, but that's really about it. Nothing up here so far. Oh. And we are leaving. Oh, I guess, yeah, we can't really do Hera without a sword or the hammer, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of don't want to go to Hera without a weapon. Yeah, it kind of makes sense to just bail out after those two, fairly reasonable checks. And yeah, we'll see where Cab-Ops go from here. He may do the Mireshed Desert play, but yeah, then it might just be off to North Dark World for him next after that, which is where Aussie's headed now.
Yeah, North Dark World, right side Dark World also in play with those flippers. Not that we want to go to Pod without the hammer, but...
Yeah, we really don't have a lot of attractive plays. And oh, actually, I kind of see what Kappa's doing here. So Kappa skipped the dam and just went straight to Mini Moldorm Cave. So he could just be opening up the dam real quick here and checking the first chest of Swamp Palace, which is efficient routing. He just really wants something to be in this first chest for it to really pay off, though.
The long con. Aussie with some clever bomb strats in the graveyard ledge. Dropping the bomb before you start picking up the pots and then going back for it. All those little speed gains add up.
They're barely seeing arrow kill on the enemies in the front of Swamp Palace for Kappa here.
Is it something big? I mean, big literally, it's the big key, but no.
Yeah. It's a large item. It's physically large, but yeah, you're not quite what you're hoping for.
Kappa getting that blue potion back that they used on Blind. Oh, lovely, a fetch quest. Thank you, Catfish. Powder's also a safety later in the game. Get those anti-fairies into fairies.
Yeah, indeed. Powder's just a really solid all-around safety. It's, I think my preferred safety rather than like having bottles and just like, just hoping that they have the correct inventory for you.
Both runners turning their nose up to that fire shield on Desert Ledge. Oh, there's our hammer.
Alright, so instead of just being in pod, it's just relatively pod adjacent. That's fine.
Very good find. And both of these runners, exceptional. This is winner's bracket of the group, so Dark Room's not going to be a problem, especially with the Fire Rod. Fire Rod makes some of them really easy. The Turtle Room.
Alright, Nasi getting his 4th bottle out of the back of Saha. So yeah, he's able to route this in with pod in the Eastern Clear. So yeah, patience paying off for Ossie's route.
See Aussie pulling out that mirror. I don't know if that means they are just prepping for that first chest or they're going to Eastern Palace, and it looks like Eastern Palace is going to be the first play. Chat asking if we've seen Zora. We have seen Zora. He gave us some lovely bombs, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's a fun shovel. I always like seeing that after I've already cleared out the south of Dark Wall and can't really route that in really efficiently.
It looks like Kappa is doing Skull Woods without a sword. Which a lot of runners like to view the front of Skull Woods, like, even if you're not clearing the dungeon itself, like, you tend to think of it as like overworld checks that you kind of route in with North Dark World. So even if we're not intending to clear it right now, I can see why you would want to make this play. Route it in while you're doing everything else in the North Dark world. Oh, well, there's one item, so...
Yeah, that's potentially useful depending on... I mean, first we need a sword to get into Turtle Rock, and then we need the hook shot or something to be in Turtle Rock. It's like... Hook shot's really the only thing we're missing to get in... Oh, hook shot and boots, I guess, are the two things that we need to get into GT.
And... yeah, just to get into GT, because we'll eventually need some swords, but as you mentioned earlier, we don't need any swords until it's Ganon time. And by we, I mean they don't need swords. They're fine doing the swordless up until then.
Yeah, it'll be great for them, you know. Swordless Cold Stare, what a treat.
Looks like we're leaving behind an item in Skullwoods. Because I still saw Kappa checking things, found a small key, and then dipped out. So that means there's either an item in the bridge chest or on Mothula. It looks like Kappa is slowly starting to follow in Osse's footsteps after doing their own checks. I had to guess they're also going to go all the way to Catfish and then back down, just like Osse did.
Yeah, it makes sense. Kappa's done a few more. Oh, I like seeing the Canis Mario strats on in the back of this room, but yeah, it looks like Kappa's just checked a few extra things that Osse hasn't, like the first test of Swamp. He's cleared Thieves Town, which is one thing that he has that like Osse will have to go back for, but yeah, that's kind of the difference so far. Just a linear seed where Osse's just been down the line more efficiently a little bit.
That's one arrow that went astray there.
Oh no, not astray. That was intentional. That's a...
Oh, I haven't seen that before. I'm used to
pretty
shooting just the 5 to the right.
I think that's just like a frame saver that you're usually going to see in NMG, but yeah, Osse, I think he has like a 128 NMG time, so yeah, he's going to break out some fancy strats.
Fancy. just shooting an arrow down instead of to the right. It's like, woo! I learned something new today. Kappa playing it close. Gonna get that heart refill from Magic Shot.
Makes complete sense. You really don't want to die in the Dark World overworld, especially since we know that he's just a couple screens away from Hander. Like that, this would be a significant time loss.
Yeah, anytime you have to cross the river, like either if you're coming from like Aga, then have to go over the river to the west, or you're coming from the north and have to go to the right, dying on the other side of the river, then having to make that trek all the way again because you died in the overworld, it just sucks. So, yeah, playing it safe, very good. Cap about to get the good news. Ooh, almost Aussie. Now, did Kappa go up the mountain before? Yes, he did, because Old Man's there. We have the hammer now, which means we can do the right side of Death Mountain, as well as Dark Death Mountain with those mitts.
Yeah, and I believe it was actually Osse that went up the mountain first, and actually that old man is there regardless of whether you rescue him or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of obscure that you don't really think about because you usually don't see people skip the old man check, but yeah, Kappa just deciding that scrounging around for the old man in the darkness not really worth it today. You can sport.
Aussie working their way through the dark room. They're using that Samaria block to kind of get an idea of where they're at, because they don't have a sword to light up their path. Here's the blue cane. Good old cane of Burna. Not exactly what we need right now, because we already got the cape, so... We do see Kappa pulling out that mirror. They're going to route in both of the light world and dark world side of the mountain at the same time. Probably going to mirror right in front of these doors. Clear out the light world checks, and then hop back down, hop back into that portal, and climb up in the dark side of the world. Hey, we have a sword.
Yeah, sword and the Meyer medallion. Not a combination you're really excited about, but it's worth mentioning. It's fine. We can't even get into Meyer right now. It'll be okay.
Oh yeah, I guess there's our lamp. I guess the two things we're looking for are the things that would get us into Meyer in the first place. So hopefully we don't have to go into Meyer.
But yeah, sword and lamp up here on the mountain are going to be really nice for Kappa because that's going to make his pod a little bit easier for him than it was for Osse, who had to kind of muscle his way through some of these dark rooms.
King Helma goes down. No sword extension for that hammer. Does it fine anyway. Man, was Pod almost a complete bust? Yeah, we just got the burnout out of there, huh?
Yeah, not about the Sparkle Cane.
Oh, baby, Turtle Rock is in play.
Yeah, I think in Kappa's position, you got that quick minute out of the front of Skull. I think, yeah, checking the first 3 at least makes sense. I don't know how much deeper you go, but yeah, definitely checking the front of the dungeon is a pretty solid play on his part.
In we go. Yeah, I know, we got that mirror. We can even do Mimic Cave. We can go all the way to Laser Bridge. Now, the true test of skill is whether or not Kappa goes up or down on this next platform on accident without the hook shot. Oh, very good. Very, very skilled, Kappa.
Pro gamer right here.
And Kappa's going to keep going. I mean, I personally like to play. Go all in, and then when you're done, go to Terra, and then do a Spike Cave afterwards. Clean out the entire mountain in one go.
So we are missing the Ice Rod to make that play completely feasible, but I guess you could always just mirror after the Laser Bridge and just kind of dive off the mountain that way. But yeah, no, it makes complete sense from an efficiency standpoint. Like, you're on the mountain, you went all the way through Skull Woods to get that quick medallion. I don't know. I think you got to commit here. Yeah.
I mean, Ice Rod's going to be on Laser Bridge. I mean, that's where it has to be, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's go 2 for 2. That's where it was last race. Oh boy, there's the boost.
Now we just need that hook shot in here. Maybe we'll find the Ice Rod, and then hook shot will be on Trinex.
Yeah, seems pretty likely. I'm with you.
And I didn't catch this before, but it looks like there's nothing going to be in the big chest of Thieves Town, because we do not have a small key on Osse's side.
Yep, do you believe that was just a small key in there?
And as we know, small key cannot be on blind because of some weird key logic where, like, if you're being really weird, I guess you could scum, like, the key right before the attic and do weird things with it. But, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that scum once in a key sanity race, but yeah, I think usually you just commit to that chest not having anything. If you're diving without hammer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was only a few weeks ago that I learned that, like, if the small key is in the big chest, then technically blind is hammer locked. Like, logically, you need to have the hammer, even though when you're going through the dungeon, you're thinking to yourself, oh, I didn't need the hammer this time. Logically, you do.
Yeah, it's a nice little bit of obscura. It rarely comes into play, but when it does, there's some times where it can be a nice hint for where the hammer is.
it's especially useful when you find, like, if you find your mitts, for example, on blind, and you know that there was the small key in the big chest, then you know that your mitts can't be hammer locked. So that's just like an example of using that knowledge. Both is arson. Some literature on the bridge.
Okay, I like this. Kappa with the big brain, not realizing that that's going to be a small key, and the last just saying, yeah, I'll come back if I find the ice rod.
That guard always annoys me too. I always pull out the shovel when I'm coming down to that screen, and then I'm like, oh wait, now I don't have a weapon to actually fight the guard off. So Osse having to fight him off with the bushes there. We do see the Ice Palace play coming from Osse. No hookshot and hookshot cave today, just the bloomerang.
Yeah, and I do like the Ice Palace play from Osse. It's a full clearable crystal. It's pretty fast with Icebreaker. You know, maybe you have to check Iced Tea, but that's not significant time loss. And yeah, it's a swordless step, and you're not really a fan of that, but Osse is someone who's pretty comfortable. Yeah, love that bomb strat. He's pretty comfortable with low percent execution. Like, he is the reigning spoiler tournament champion, so yeah, he's been in worse Ice Palace situations than this, I think.
Yeah. Chad asked about hovering. Doesn't really matter because Swamp Palace can't hover there. Yeah, can't hover over to the upper side of the dungeon. We're gonna need that hookshot one way or the other. Oh. Kappa having one of those guys fall off the edge for him. MG strats. Osse bailing on that first bomb jump. Didn't like the lineup. Oh, is that go mode right there?
Pretty much. We are going to need that other sword, but yeah, that... Oh, man.
Yeah, do we see Kappa just, like, start playing, like, as if all the swords are going to be in GT, or... Ooh.
I think so. We'll see how much a pod he clears. I know that big key's pretty early. But yeah, no, that's really good for Kappa. That's not so good for Osse, because I'd expect after Ice Palace he's going to be going up the mountain and he's not going to have that Quake, and yeah, he might be getting baited into another Swamp Palace full clear here.
Yeah, there's a lot that needs to go right for Osse here. Like, we need to have, you know, for some reason be like, you know what, I'm going to go do Skull Woods after I've already done all of North Dark World and Village of Outcasts and Thieves Town. instead of doing everything on the mountain that I can. Like, it's gonna take a lot for Aussie to feel guided in that direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Like once he's done with Ice Palace here, like from a density standpoint, the mountain's his most valuable play. And I don't think he's going to take the same route Kappa took, where I think Kappa put off the Hera dive because he was looking for hookshot to make that a little bit faster with the Hera bot. Oh, good, mushroom. That's fun for Osse.
Chad asking about desert. Yes, the big key is on the torch in Desert Palace, so we do need the boots for that, which were in Turtle Rock in the Chain Chomp room.
All right, and I believe Osse still has one of his blues, so he's short a little bit of magic for the Cold Stare fight, but he should be able to just refill up. And I think he was kind of hesitating there, like, oh man, I don't have enough magic. Oh wait, no, I have a second bar in my inventory. Yep, there he is.
I got spooked just a second there when it was like red potion fairy, and I was like, but nope, keeping better track of his own inventory than I am.
All right, pretty solid fight.
Yep, there's our big key. Let's see if I can't imagine Cap is gonna go fishing for swords in here. Yeah. Also memory that switch as if he was going to, but then what I think correctly is going straight to the boss. Oh, hey, another sword. So that's going to be one thing Ozzy's not going to be fishing for.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be really good for Osse. Once he gets a second sword, he'll just be in go mode. And yeah, he's heading up the mountain. Oh, not quite heading up the mountain yet. Where is he?
Skullwoods? Oh, wait, no. Like, I know Skullwoods is not going to happen, but it would have been a fantastic big brain play if Osse was just like, you know what, I feel like doing Skullwoods instead. Instead of all of the mountain. But yeah, this could work out for Osse. Like, if there happens to be no swords in Kappa's path, like in Ganon's Tower, that could potentially, like, because Osse's going to get a second sword right here, coming up. This could be helpful for Osse, because Kappa's not going to get that sword from the mushroom check. Guaranteed. Not until later. So if there's no swords in Ganon's Tower, that could really help Osse here.
Yeah, no swords in GT might be what Osse needs, because yeah, that's probably where Kappa's going to be making a beeline.
Which chest in Ice Palace was it that had the mushroom, or was it on Cold Stare?
I believe that was the big chest, which...
Oh, okay, so... Yeah, so Kappa might not even get that mushroom at all, so might not even check it after climbing the GT.
Yeah, big chest and Pengator. It's debatable if you do Pengator room when you're sword mode and you have like all 27 checks in GT available. But
right.
Yeah, we'll see how he chooses to play this. And yeah, Kappa's just go moding pod. That really makes sense, especially given that key layout. Like, you never see a big key that early when you're pretty much in go mode.
Osse getting their hook shot, so they're getting close. They just need to find a reason to go to Skull Woods for somehow. I don't know what's going to point them in that direction other than clearing everything else. It's very isolated for them.
Yeah, because with that, yeah, and even if they do Big Brain Skull before Swamp Palace, which they're absolutely going to do Swamp Palace before doing Independence, yeah, you get that Quake Medallion, and then you have to go all the way back up the mountain. It's really hard to make that call. I don't think we're going to see it.
Chat asking about Quake and everything. So Quake is in Skull Woods, which is required to get into Turtle Rock, which is where boots are, which is required for Desert Palace. And Kappa's already gotten it, obviously, but Osse cleared out everything around Skull Woods except for Skull Woods itself, so it's going to take a lot for Osse to be pointed in that direction. Like very bad sword placement aside, like it's gonna take a lot to bridge this gap for Osse here. There's Osse's sword, so Osse won't be at least fishing for a sword, so that's good. We have a little bit of a lull in the action as the runners are kind of just like covering each other's tracks at the moment. Guess now would be a good time to give them a follow. Oh, that's okay. That's correct. Go ahead and give our runners a follow. They're putting on a fine display for us here. We'll give them a shout out when they're streaming or practicing.
Yeah, and also getting the tragic news that he doesn't have the right medallion for T-Rock. Yep, that's what for going to Swamp.
You called it, chat. Off to Swamp we go. Meanwhile, Kappa is just kind of cruising through dungeons right now. Still got a few dungeons to go, but really not much to slow them down, other than the fact that they just got the fighter sword. Osse getting that big item from earlier. I'll be curious to see if Kappa remembers that they have the big key when they go back into Swamp Palace. If they open up that chest.
Alright, so does Kappa check Pendant Gator? No, he doesn't. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, that's where the big key was.
Ooh, yeah. So this is getting a little spicy here. It's really going to come down to where are the swords, because if the swords are not in Ganon's tower, Osse's still in this.
Yeah, that's pretty much Osse's win condition. He just needs the swords to be super out of reach. And unfortunately, we're only going to see the location of one identical sword if he happens to find two of them, because one of them is just going to turn into a green 20.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's really good for Kappa.
Yeah, so Osse's probably feeling good about finding that sword in general, but I don't think Kappa's going to be skipping that one.
Yep, yeah, he checked that one in his race. In the last race, that chest had boots, and he checked it. In this race, and he checked it in go mode. But yeah, this race, he's definitely going to be checking that chest.
Oh,
Waterfall.
Osse.
Yeah, waterfall chest just coming up huge for Kappa today.
Hey, good quick kill from Osse, though. Oh, what does Osse have left to do before they go to Skull Woods?
Yeah, definitely going to get Pyramid Fairy out of the way here, and then I think at this point, if you're Osse, you might commit to Pendant Mire before you go Pendant Skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you do go Pendant Skull, because we know that there's still one item in the bag, so he's probably going to be full clearing that. So yeah, it's going to be nothing but Time Blade for Osse to... Yeah, it's just truly unfortunate, just getting randoed super hard by the boots.
Rando gonna do that to you. I mean, at least the good news is this is winner's bracket, and I know we were saying earlier, like, if you win this, pie in the sky, you're feeling great because you get next week off. But it also means you're not out if you lose this series. So this isn't the end for either of these runners at the end of this race.
Yeah, though, Osse's going to be taken on for Rame for that last spot out of this group, which, as a viewer, I'm really stoked for Osse versus Rame. Like, that's going to be a really fun matchup.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for these runners that's oh man, that you really
yeah. If you could avoid that,
exactly,
would be nice.
Yeah, like end of the day for this race, like it just came down to, mid-century Dark World, hammer on Pyramid Ledge. Kappa decided to go for efficiency and do Skull Woods first, and then he just committed to that Quake Medallion he found there. Like it's a very logical play on his part.
This feels like a little bit of a desperation play, coming from Osse, doing the climb just for Spike Cave, which I think Spike Cave was accessible the last time they were up here. Like they had the hammer and the cape. So it's curious to see them only doing it now. $20. All right. I got conflicting reports from chat saying whether or not Kappa would check the chest. So, moment of truth here.
Yeah, I mean, he checked these chests in the last race. I'd be really surprised to see him skip them, considering that he's not really in go mode.
Question in chat. They checked bomb wall like way early in the race, like before they're in go mode.
Yeah, our boy comboed the dam checks with the first chest of swamp, and there's Master Sword for Kappa.
There's go mode for Kappa.
Yeah, 1 hour, 13-minute go mode in your 7th Crystal Dungeon. You're not complaining about that.
Osse is going to find that Quake, though, very shortly. Which means yet another mountain climb afterwards. I think it was like right here, or the next chest. One of these next few chests, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was in the big key chest.
Yeah, big key chest sounds right.
Yeah. I know Kappa didn't go all the way to the back, so. Argus going in for the kill there. Zooming across the screen. Osse gonna keep going. That is only one item. We do know there's an item somewhere in the back. It's unfortunate for Osse, it is not the boots.
Yeah, it's really hard to see Quake and say, oh boy, Quake, I should definitely leave Pendant Skull Woods to go to Pendant Turtle Rock like this late in the CDI. I think you gotta commit.
Oh, and I see some numbers popping up in chat. I don't believe we have the bot, but there is a game you can play if you would like. It's the Big Key guessing game. Which of the 22 chests, or checks, I guess, because, you know, the lamp, is going to have our big key today. Number 1 through 22. Get some internet points. Bragging rights. Tell your friends and family that you won the Big Key guessing game at tonight's dinner.
So where do you like to see the big key?
Let's see. I always like to see it on the torch. It's just a nice little place for it to be, especially when I'm a spectator. I like seeing it there when they don't have the boots because I just think it's really hilarious. But I'm gonna guess it's there. So I'm gonna say check number 1, assuming they do Dark Magician.
All right, that's reasonable. You know, I'm same way as you. I have different opinions when I'm watching rather than when I'm racing. So you know, I'm a big fan of the Dial Room. I like a 22.
Gonna put my big old 1 in chat. There we go. Well, it wasn't chest number 1 because we're seeing Hope Room first, I believe. So. Or did I miss right? Or did I miss the left side already because I was watching Aussie there?
No, he's doing the standard route. Just Hope Room first, go to Compass if it gets a small.
Cool. Ooh, Gibdos, not playing nice. So another good thing for Aussie's not going to have to go too far into this dungeon. We're not going to be seeing any laser bridge or books on Aussie's tracker.
Yeah, he's really just a few rooms away from getting his boots. Yeah, honestly, given how much he's checked, like, he's not that far behind at all right now. It's still going to take... Kappa's going to need to send help in order for Aussie to kind of catch up, but, you know, Kappa's not really in the... He's more of a, like, help requester than that.
Yeah, Kappa's gonna really need to beef it to bring Aussie back into the race. Well, we're at 12 checks so far for Kappa. If you guessed lower than that, or lower than 13 rather, you're out. You didn't win. Chat coming up with all the ways that Kappa can just completely ruin it. Let's despawn all of upstairs GT. Is it Bob's chest? Hey, there we go. I think that's 18, I believe, is the lucky number today. guessed 18? Did anyone guess 18? No. Oh, we do. Scotty-O. Congrats on your internet points. Be sure to tell everybody you know. And with that, we have Aussie also heading to GT. So all things considered, even with the isolated Skull Blitz check, like they're both going to be in GT at the same time. Not going to be a huge difference between the runners, but it is big enough of a difference that it's still going to be a lot for Aussie to take this one. I'm not sure that Tempered Sword is going to really speed things up too much.
Yeah, Tempered is nice, but given that it's a long GT big key hunt today, it's Aussie's really gonna need an assist from Kappa, but yeah.
like Kappa's gonna have to have like a really, really bad Lambo fight without any magic and the Master Sword. Like takes like 3 minutes or something like that. Just the worst RNG. They all just do the most annoying short hops possible. Like that. Just that non-stop. And I do believe Kappa did refill on the blue bottles the last time they were when they were routing the around Catfish. So we're not too worried about magic there.
Yeah, he's definitely made a couple extra trips to the potion shop, and yeah, killing one of the blues to get the faster Lambo kill, completely understandable, but yeah, he should be... Ooh. With ropes 2 not going according to plan. Yeah. No, sometimes the king goes astray, and it's game 3, it's late, you're on Master Sword, that's just nerves right there.
And Aussie doing what I think is actually the Pink Magician strats. I think people like to call it Dark Magician, but I think the official Dark Magician is a little bit different than what most people know nowadays.
Yeah, meanwhile, Kappa got the sword in GT, so...
Oh,
yeah.
Well...
Yeah.
Well, that means we know where all 4 swords were, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, that sword on Mushroom, just absolutely nothing for Aussie.
Yeet! The block. I believe that was a double from Kappa. Kind of hard to tell without the sound. I usually use the sound cue to be able to tell, but... Aghanim clones were oddly synced, but not going to be a problem for Kappa. Fancy boomerang strats coming from Aussie. I myself prefer to use the bloomerang there.
And I kind of like using the red boomerang because you just have to throw it. You don't have to do any extra hook shots. No, and also it sparkles. You can't get sparkles with the blue ring.
It's true. It's much flashier. That is for certain. Very good phase 1 coming from Kappa. Gets the 1-on-1. And it gets right out of phase 2 just as quickly.
Well, that was a pretty neat hook shot from Osse. Yeah, Kappa entering phase 4.
Oh, I was worried about for Osse there for a split second there. Thought they were going to fall down before getting in their Bob's chest. Kappa setting up, doing these triples very nicely. Shouldn't be much longer. Yep, there he goes. Get your GGs in chat for Kappa. Kappa's going to be crossing the bridge right about now. And with an official time of 1 hour 27, 30 seconds, Kappa is your winner for today. And joining us here in the chat is Kappa themselves. GG, Kappa.
GG.
So, basically, this game was really close for a big portion of it. The thing that really made the big difference was you chose to route in Skull Woods with your upper Dark World checks, whereas Osse chose to skip it, which cost them a couple extra mountain climbs, as well as like dipping into Swamp Palace and whatnot. Any thoughts there on that?
Well, I was just looking for hammer. So it's like, okay, I've done the Sat route, and I've done desert. That's time to do North part. Then once I get hammer, I'm like, I can do pod at any time I want to. And on my loadout, it's not right now.
Yeah, very well run by both of you. Looks like you get to have the next week off, which I would imagine feels great. So I'm assuming you're going to look forward to having a little bit of time off and just being able to watch the races for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Especially after coming back after being down the game. I'm a little on edge right now.
I mean, yeah, you just did multiple games in a row. When was your first game?
It was right before this one.
Oh, well, your second game was right before this one.
Yeah, first game was on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, having 2 games back to back, coming from a loss and then just sliding all the way right into victory. Yeah, I would imagine that a lot going on there.
Oh yeah.
We do have Osse finishing up. They are gonna finish up the game. They just took down Moldorm 2, so we'll be seeing them finish in the next couple minutes, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was very not happy at that hookshot placement.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely a world where I just burn a couple of minutes doing the back of TR. Not even a sword for it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I always have to Hera pop, so that's why I skipped Hera.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Yeah, I believe both of you climbed up the mountain able to do Hera, and I think you both left it alone the first time you went up.
Yeah.
Which, yep, that checks out. Like, if you save it for later, you can route it in like at the end of the game once you find the hook shot and the boots, because you knew boots were going to be required anyway from the desert check. So.
Yeah. Fortunately, once I get boots and have come up dry, it's a fun boots check that's sitting in Hookshot Cave. So it put me on track to do that.
Looks like we just had some bombs that were on PED, so nothing exciting there. But we do have Aussie hopping into their Ganon fight. Also getting the setup for the 1-on-1 right off the bat. Ooh, got to be a little bit careful here. I'm not sure if they still have the fairy or not.
Well, guess we're about to find out.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
So actually, I'm kind of curious. So you going into Thieves Town and doing the can kill on blind, was that just like efficiency, or were you not really worried about the big chest this time around?
Oh, well, I was like, oh, I didn't give myself enough money for chess game. There's no money available to Outcast, so now I have to go into Thieves Town. Except, no, I don't want to leave Thieves Town, so I'm just gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It's like, can't be concerned about efficiency at that point. I don't like leaving after the front four. If you can clear it, either not go in, or you'd rather just not go in that instance, but I had to.
Yeah, I believe Aussie cleared the front four and then checked out until they got the hammer. But hammer didn't end up being needed to do it anyway because the small key was in the big chest, so.
Yep. So had very exciting fight. Thanks, Fairy.
Alright, everybody in chat, get your GGs in for Aussie, who is just about to finish with an official race time.gg finish of hour 33 and 36 seconds. Give Aussie a moment to see if they want to hop into the interview channel or not. But again, fantastic race run by both races. I watched the previous one for the most part too, and like that one, you guys were also neck and neck. Do you have any thoughts that you want to talk about from the previous race? Oh, actually, here's Aussie. GG, Aussie.
Hey, GG.
GG.
Yeah, a race well run. It really came down to basically Skull Woods. Kappa had that medallion early on while they were hunting for the hammer. They routed in Skull Woods with the rest of their Northern Dark World checks, and when they went up the mountain, they were able to do Turtle Rock like first time in. So that really kind of like made the difference, and we were hoping for some kind of weird sword pattern because for the longest time, Kappa just had the fighter sword until they found the one in Swamp Palace. So that was really kind of like what we were watching for the longest time. Thoughts on this race, Aussie?
I mean, this one I was without a sword for almost an hour.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
fun. I almost died on the overworld several times.
No, I had a great time with this seed, like doing all the dungeons swordless. But then there was nothing in any of the crystal dungeons, so it was pretty upsetting.
Yes, I was a coward. I'll admit it.
Like I did I did it because it was funner this way, but leaving for mountain right away would have made it a lot faster to do dungeons.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier in the comm channel, and some people in chat as well. Like this was a seed where technically we could have gone all the way to Ganon's Tower without a sword, had the seed played out that way. For those of you curious, you both found tempered just in different places. One of the swords was hidden behind the mushroom, which was in the big chest of Ice Palace, and then I believe Kappa, you found your sword in Ganon's Tower,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So
Very
that's where the other
relieved.
swords were.
Yeah. So mushroom was my first sword.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's when we were hoping, like, oh, well, maybe this race can be really close, like if there's no sword in GT or in Kappa's path, because Kappa was otherwise in Go mode after doing Hera and getting that hook shot. But alas, there were two swords like right in your path, like both in that waterfall chest in the swamp, and then up in GT. So
Yeah, I was all prepped for MS Silverless too. It's like, well, I'll obviously take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it comes up often enough in these. Gotta be prepared.
Cool. And do you guys have any thoughts on your last race? You guys didn't get to come in for an interview for race number 2, but for a large portion of that race, I remember watching the beginning of it and you guys being neck and neck, stepping away for 30 minutes and coming back, and like you guys were like doing like Skullwoods into Village of Outcast, like in sync. Do you guys have any thoughts or anything you want to bring up from the last race?
So the main thing is that Turtle Rock got me both times.
Yep.
The first race, I was like, heavily avoiding Turtle Rock, and so I got like there was progression outside of it in the flippers, and so I lost a lot of time doing flipper checks.
Yeah.
But then Ice Rod was in Turtle Rock, so you had to do it, and it had more progression.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I didn't want to leave the one Hera basement check on the mountain with the item layout, and then it turns out that I could. Turns out that ATR are very available, and my other option is Pendant Thieves Town, which I've already skipped twice. So going to TR, then we're gonna do all those checks until it dries up. Then we'll do Pendant Thieves Town, because at that point it's like screaming at you that you've left your flippers in there.
Yeah, I think I had something big that I wanted to do before going Turtle Rock. But then once I left, it wasn't convenient to go back up to Turtle Rock, so I just put it off for a long time.
Yeah. I didn't really want to run all the way back to the right with no ice rod. So just cleaned up some other things first. But yep. Then it became tenable.
And then all three of these seeds have been really late boots.
Very
So
cool. Yeah, so looking at next week, so in this case, Kappa, you get the week off, as we were talking about before. Ozzy, you're going up against, I believe, forgive me if I pronounce this correctly, is it Farame? Artie Walsh, you may need to correct me on that.
I believe it's Frame, yeah, or at least I've heard Herpy Durfy pronounce it Frame, so I'm going with what Herp says.
Okay. Going up against Farame next week, how are you feeling about that?
He's a really strong runner. A good execution. But I need to take time to practice, and he's going to help me practice.
Oh, that's very cool.
Work my way through Farang.
Well, I do want to wish the best of luck to both of you in your future races. Thank you again for playing and being restreamed. You both did fantastic, and we look forward to seeing more races for you. Do you have any closing thoughts before we wrap up the stream?
Not really.
Not even a send help, just one last one for the road.
I have received my help. I suppose. For now. I'll need it again in a couple weeks.
Right, well, yeah, good luck to both of you in the coming weeks. Yeah, it'll be, I look forward to watching you guys' races. Alright, and I believe that's going to do it for us here at SpeedGaming 5. So make sure to stay tuned for more races. I'm pulling up the schedule here now. Yeah, it looks like, I need to scroll down a little bit. Yeah, we got, so there's no other races going on right now, but it looks like 6:10 Eastern, we're going to get Bonta versus Walter the Fourth on SpeedGaming 2. We got Tam and DT, a doubleheader over on the main channel. So, yeah, just keep your eyes peeled for those, and yeah, thank you to the runners for the really high race. Be sure to hit that exclamation point C and give them a follow if you really enjoyed today's action. Shout out to our tracker for the day, Febreze Ninja. Yeah, hitting the buttons, really solid work today. Volunteers, unsung heroes. And thank you to my co-com, Slumberjack. Yeah, thanks for the co-coms. This was a fun race.
Yeah, very fun series to watch. Thank you for co-commentating with me. And again, a race at 6:10 Eastern, and then there's actually a race every single hour following that. There's one at 6:10, 7:10, 8:10, and 9:10 between SpeedGaming channels 1 through 3, basically. So plenty of races to watch for the rest of the evening for anyone who really loves to sit and watch this stuff. So check those channels out. Give them a follow as well. And if nothing else, thank you everybody for watching, and have a good day.